right? The time has come. So, as you see, I have a whole bunch of fucking notes, just about the series itself, but then there's like what's going on. So I think we talk about what's going on and then we talk about the show.
I have a confession to make.
Uh-huh.
I am not done watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives because I can't. Like,
Fair.
it will get done, and I already know what happens. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen it's been out, so I know, but it's gotten to the point where I'm like, "I just can't do this, like, I need a break. I need a
It,
fucking
it
break."
was it was a rough watch because like I
Yeah.
normally like what I do is like I go through, I watch it once and then I go back and watch it again to take notes. And like I couldn't get through my second rewatch because it's just so hard to watch. And it's
Yeah.
not even like the Taylor and Dakota of it all that makes it hard to watch, which that contributes.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
like the dad talk of it all,
It's what it
the
is for me.
the Jace and Michaela of it all. The only joy I got really from this season was watching Whitney and Connor and the fact that Connor is the magic cousin.
The hardest part for me is Jordan. Just Jordan. Him as a person, him and his fake ass tan,
And his
and
bloaty Frankie Muniz Scott Disick face.
I can't I can't take it. He looks like he's a child, like an actual child, even with facial hair on, and he acts like one too.
Mm-hmm.
And his push of dad talk and trying to ride the wave of montage, like, I can't, it's too much for me, and I can't believe Jesse is with someone like him.
Honestly. And well, the thing is, like, as I watch the show, they're actually perfect for each other because she has kind of been the like if so factor leader in Taylor's emotional absence. And
Mhm.
so she's the one that has the gossip and runs to the girls with it, and she's the one that gets the gossip and runs it back, and like he's the one that gets the gossip from the guys and like runs it back. And like when they were like the guys are like, we're not gonna talk about anything that happened at the villa, and then like Jordan tells Jesse everything right away. So
Please.
they're
Yeah.
like they're well matched in that way, which is why I think they don't work.
And I feel like I understand why Jessie is the way she is. I don't understand a grown ass man acting like that because
Well,
he's acting like it in such a childish way.
so I think the thing you've got to keep in mind is the way that the Mormon religion works. It's very male centered. And
Mhm.
because Jacob, I don't know if you've gotten to the point where Jacob and Macy get into it a little bit.
I don't think so.
Because Jacob talks about it a little bit about how he lets Macy
Yes.
do her
Yes, yes,
thing.
yes.
And he thinks he's very progressive for that.
Mhm.
And so these guys are raised, and like you see it with Zach Affleck, you know, over the past like 4 seasons really. They're raised to like have wives that are going to bend to their every whim. And so I think Jordan has a very strong resentment against Jesse because she out earns him. And then on top of that, she cheats on him. How dare she? And so
And
he's
out
just like
yeah.
punishing her for that.
It's like he's competing with her and she doesn't know he's competing with her.
Right. Right. And I feel like what makes this season of SLOMW so hard to watch is I think we're watching domestic abuse take place in multiple forms.
Yeah. You're right. You're
And
right.
it's like it's just so apparent. And what's wild about it is like it's been there the whole time. But
Mhm.
Demi was so awful that like her awfulness and having like one person to like pull your hate towards, kind of like Jax Taylor
Yeah.
on Vanderpump Rules, you didn't see how bad everyone else is. And so it's very much giving like season 8 or 9 of Vanderpump Rules
Mm.
after Kristen, Stassi, Jax, and Brittany were all fired that, like, you really saw that, like, Tom Sandoval actually sucks, and Tom Schwartz isn't as, like, cute and adorable as you think, and, like, she is
Yeah.
actually terrible in ways that you didn't clock before, but then when you would go back and do a rewatch, you're like, "Oh, no, this
I
has
see
been
it
here the
clear
whole
as day.
time." Yeah, it's just there was
Right.
someone who's pulling the focus away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you are totally right. I think that, they're not filming right now. They halted filming
Right.
earlier this week. Um, and I would ask production, why are you even making another season?
Right.
Like, why is this even in production? Like, why are their cameras out? And I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently they've been not filming for quite some time since like before this week. And it was due to Dakota and Taylor getting into a fight, and Dakota just like went dark for 3 weeks. They couldn't find him.
So I've heard 2 things. I've heard
Hmm.
that, like, Dakota went dark, but Michaela said on her story yesterday that the girls decided, because of what was going on, that they didn't wanna film until it got resolved.
Right.
Um,
And
which
I
I
think,
think goes to show it was probably worse
yeah.
than, like, we even
Hmm.
know, and, like, I really hope that Hulu, Disney, ABC really takes a long, dark look at themselves, because as I was watching this season, I was like, Taylor has no business being the Bachelorette. She has no business having a camera in her life, period. But
Yeah.
has no business being like, doesn't respect that she's been asked to be the Bachelorette. And like, I understand that she is captivating, but I think what we're seeing with her that we haven't seen in a while is like, she's giving Teen Mom. She's
Yeah.
giving Janelle Evans.
Yeah. She is.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, watching this season, I mean, I was so excited for The Bachelorette. I was rooting for her. I was like, "This girl's got it. Like, this is great for her. This is a new turn over, new leaf." Like, wrong. I will admit, completely wrong. As I watch the season, you're right. She's not grateful. She will not give up Dakota, and it's hard to watch not only because, and even these last few days of all this stuff coming out about her, that a lot of it that I've seen at least is about her and how fucked up she is, but you can see in this season that Dakota baits her to get to
Oh,
that
yeah.
point, and
Even in
that
the
is
video that
not.
TMZ dropped of the incident
Yep,
in 2023, he was baiting her the whole time.
and I get that how she's acting is not okay, but when you reach a certain point and someone is baiting you like that, I also understand why she gets to that point because it must be so frustrating. And when you have anger problems and a potential personality disorder, yeah, that is what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's about how horrible of a person she is. No one is, I'm not seeing enough about Dakota's baiting and the comments and the, um, yes, she brought a guy around when they were on vacation, when they were in California, but, like, he was doing the same shit. Like, he's hooking up with her friends. Like, so they're both to blame. It's not just her. They
Oh,
are
no,
both
it's
to
equal
blame.
blame, and I think the thing is that, like, I'm not hearing talked about enough, which granted, like, the news only broke maybe, like, an hour before we sat down to record that
Yeah.
they have canceled the season of The Bachelorette. This is very targeted by Dakota. He was going to TMZ, there was a steady drip of
Oh,
information, he
100%.
released that video. And, like, so what we're watching real time is, like, abuse playing out from him.
Yes.
And we're all like, we, society, are villainizing her. And I'm not saying this in a whole, like, I support women's rights and women's wrongs, which, like, I do. But, like, the level of violence that was, like, in that video was, like, beyond. Because I know,
Yeah.
like, the way that I visualized it when it had happened before was like, oh, maybe she like slapped him a few times, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe she like tried with the chair, but like no, like it was like it
She hit her
was
daughter with
yeah,
the
she hit her
chair.
daughter with a chair. It was very aggressive, very severe, and I think, we as a society aren't used to seeing women like that. So it was very jarring, and she needs to be held accountable for her actions, and she also needs help.
Yeah.
And like having an entire society judging her and coming down on her is not going to give her the help that she needs, because even like yesterday she was interviewed on
Good
Good
Morning
Morning
America?
America, and she
Yeah.
was like shaking like a leaf, just like they shouldn't have put her in front of the cameras.
Nope.
Like I understand that the show was supposed to premiere on what, like Sunday, but
Yeah.
I think that is why Disney, ABC, Hulu needs to be taken to task, because if MTV's A Challenge can do a psych eval to see if you're fit to be on the show, then The Bachelor should absolutely be doing it,
Yeah,
and so should Secret
absolutely.
Lives of Mormon Wives, because she is not well, and I think she's using. And I think,
Mm,
and like Dakota has shown signs
yeah.
that he's been using this whole time, but and you haven't gotten here yet. But in the last episode, she like doesn't get up out of bed to go to LA to go film The Bachelor. And like her
Yeah.
mother and her sister and her kids go to the airport without her. And she's like, I'm sick, but like you were fucking around with Dakota all night long, and now you're sick.
Mhm.
What are you, dope sick?
Yeah, I obviously didn't get to that, but
Yeah,
I knew she didn't make the first flight. I don't know about the using. You would know more than I would. I would just say she stopped taking her medication. Like, if she was even ever on it.
right.
Like, it just feels like, and it also feels like it really kills me, like you said, bringing her down, villainizing her when she's already down is not going to give her help, and this is all Dakota. Dakota
Yeah.
l and no one is blaming him. And I keep seeing, and I've been commenting, not on the BB-8 pod because I don't wanna get canceled. I've been doing it on my own Instagram account, but people saying, like, if this was a guy, they would have already canceled The Bachelor, and this brings up a bigger conversation I feel like we've been having a lot these past few episodes, especially since we were covering Traders. Where was everyone when Colton was on the TV?
Right.
Where is everyone? So I get it. Like I get that they shouldn't be on TV, but I can also name 10 other reality stars that should not be given a platform. Men and women. And wait until I tell you about our damn president. I mean, like,
Right.
I can't that all I'm seeing is, like, she's crazy, she's, this, that, and the other, and, yeah, 2 things can be true at the same time. She could need help, and she could also be abused herself to get to that point. We didn't see the beginning of that video.
Right.
We have no idea what happened, and I'm not sticking up for an abuser. What I'm saying is, like, we don't even have both sides of the story, and we never will, and what we see was horrible, absolutely, but what are we not seeing?
And
That
that
is
and
what
that's
scares
what's
me
even
more.
more terrifying. Like, what are the cameras seeing that they're not showing? Because it was said that they were both hurling abuse accusations at each other during the reunion for season 3, and they didn't film it, they didn't air it because it wasn't relevant to what happened in season 3. And it's like, because the cameras see everything.
Yeah,
And I don't understand why the production thinks that people are stupid,
mhm.
because like
They are,
we're
they are.
we're but like I have, and that's the thing, is that I've never, for I think for any other show, seen everybody come to the same conclusion while watching it, of like, this person is not okay. It is irresponsible for them to be filmed. It's doubly
Yeah,
irresponsible to like make them the Bachelorette, and it's like exploitative to take this vulnerable person who like is such a train wreck that you can't take her eyes off of her. And because like at first watch, you know, the first couple of seasons, it's like, or watching her like on TikTok, it's oh, she's funny, she's fun, she like doesn't give a fuck. And but she is ungovernable. Like
Now she is, yeah.
she cannot be managed. She cannot manage herself. And it's not cute or fun or funny. It is dangerous.
Yeah.
And frankly, it's also unfair to the other wives.
It is. It is. It is. And even the husbands.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of dad talk, but even to the husbands, it's unfair. And yeah, it just I it shows the soullessness, the is that soullessness? The lack
Soullessness.
of the lack of soul in production. This is also, as much as I blame Dakota and Taylor, I also blame production because they continue to do this. And the second Dakota came back after he went dark, they picked up again.
Right.
The second something bad happens, or the second they get that shot that they're looking for, Mary's son dies. She was still filming. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Like, this is a bigger problem than just
right.
Taylor Frankie Paul throwing a chair at
No,
Dakota.
it is a reality TV wide problem.
Jax was on TV for way too long. Karen Huger has not taken, I mean, again, we can go through the list of people, and this is a bigger problem than just Taylor Frankie Paul,
Right.
and
And
not
this is what
enough.
Bethenny's reality reckoning should have
Mhm.
spoken about.
Don't
Didn't.
even get me started on that bitch, because she caught her face the other day and just ruined a company, and I am so I
Yeah,
can't.
she's I can't with her either. But there does need to be, you know, some level of accountability because also like I think what's not being talked about is have filmed this show for consistently 2 years. It's like how you called me and you're like, "What is the timeline here?"
Yeah,
Because I
I
have
couldn't
no
figure it
idea
out.
what's going on because they're literally filming reunions over while they're filming a season, but then also they're filming 2 other shows. 3
Mhm.
other shows. So
Yeah,
it's not only that has it become it's become a show about a show about a
about a
show.
show being watched by another show.
Show, right. And then like adding the dad talk layer to it of it all, it was too much because it's
Yeah.
called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, not Secret Lives of Young Mormon Parents, for one. For
Mhm.
two, like if you feel like you need to break dad talk off that badly, give them a web series. Like remember back in the day when like
Yes.
MTV would have like a side web series or something, like do
Yes.
that. So the
Yes.
people who want, and fuck, I may even watch it. But like I don't want it as part of the continuity because these women do have really rich and interesting stories that
Mhm.
completely get like Macy was posting that most of her story got left on the cutting room floor. And
Yeah.
because there's so much going on, because when they're following too many people, because there's what, like
Mhm.
eight or nine wives. I guess it was nine with Demi once Miranda joined, so it's back to eight
Right.
again. And they've just been filming nonstop and like no wonder they're like losing their shit.
I would lose my shit too,
And they've
absolutely.
all been either pregnant or postpartum this entire
This entire
time.
time. Yeah.
Every single one of them except for Jessie.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, it doesn't, and I feel bad because I am gonna watch the end of the season. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna be mad the entire time that I'm watching it and that it's a thing, and that we are probably gonna get another season. We are, because people will eat this shit up and production will not know when to cut it. And I think even with all of this and them canceling The Bachelor, there's a storyline there that cameras can pick up.
See, I hope if we get another season that it's focusing on the other women.
I hope so too.
And I know that like because I was going back and forth. I was like, you know, can Mom Talk survive this? Is there a Mom Talk without Taylor Frankie Paul? And I'm like, I think they could send her on Whitney. But it's like, I think Whitney had been like seeing her way out because like she's been
Yeah.
like the most successful Roxy Hart on Broadway
Yeah.
or, like, whatever. So it's like, is there even a life for her, like, back in Utah for this show to make sense? But then they're all kind of moving past it, and so I would rather if they bring it back, if they pick cameras back up, that they don't bring Taylor back,
Mhm.
they don't bring Dakota back,
Mhm.
and they focus on the other women.
I agree, and less of the husbands.
I mean, I could be okay, like, they are able to not show their kids, so, like, maybe don't show their husbands too,
Yeah,
you know?
that'd be so great.
Because like, just because the Vanderpump Villa of it all was diabolical.
Yeah.
Jordan announcing it, like, literally Michaela is, like, waiting there to release the butterflies to, like, celebrate and he's like, "I have an announcement," and I was like, "You dumb motherfucker," which,
I
like,
hate him so much.
sidebar, like, butterfly releases, like, make me so anxious because like, what if they're dead?
And I think there were a few that were
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, because like, you can't check beforehand because like, it's out of
Correct.
they're out of the box, so, like, butterfly releases just make me so nervous, so I'm already, like, on edge about that watching this, and then, like, Jordan interrupting her, and how, like, none of the guys were like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
I don't understand why, like, they are letting him become the leader and talk for them, and it's so cringe. It is so cringe.
I think he just, like, decided to make himself the leader, and no one pushed back or whatever, but I think also, like, Zach is dealing with a new baby, Jacob was dealing with a new baby, Jace is trying to get fucked by his wife and deal with a new baby, so,
Yeah.
like, Jordan is kind of, like, the only
Has
one
nothing
who has
else
the
to do.
capacity to, like yeah, exactly, to do that, and so, which I also have questions about Vanderpump Villa because Marciano got fired last season, so how is he back this season?
Again, the timeline, I literally have 0 idea. I don't know what month we're in. I don't know. I know nothing.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and I don't know, like, and but also the whole season just watched like a 10-episode commercial for The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Because everything was The Bachelorette, The Bachelorette, The Bachelorette, The Bachelorette, The Bachelorette, The Bachelorette. Like, were they getting paid every time they said The Bachelorette? I hope so.
I just have to say that, and I think I wrote this in my notes. I already closed my laptop because I was getting mad. In the beginning of the season, when Taylor flew out her crush, I was like, boss ass move. Like, boss. Where was he from? Nashville, maybe?
Well, originally he's from Virginia. I caught that.
Uh, okay. I think he's somewhere from, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Virginia. Virginia. I don't know. I'm getting confused. Um, I was just like, boss ass bitch. She was like, hey, you're cute. Get on a fucking plane and come see me. Let's hang out. And then the way she acted around him, I was like, I'm sorry, is she me? She literally was wearing like the most ridiculous socks and was like, are these sexy to you? And I was like, just a girl. Like, you are just a girl. That's it. It's so wonderful. And then in my dream world, he would be on The Bachelor. They would pick him up,
Mhm.
put him on The Bachelor, and he would be the winner. And everyone would be happy and their lives will be perfect. But then Dakota had to fucking like, he ruined The Bachelorette for her. And I will never forgive him for that.
I mean, he ruined her life because, like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know how she comes back from this.
She can't. And if she does, we need to whoever has the video camera in the hand needs to be punched in the face.
Right.
Yeah. So, I will finish Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I I just feel sad. Like, I feel sad.
It is really sad, and it's like I have so much else to say about this season that it just feels so, like, weird because like, the Whitney and Jen dynamic, I have a lot
Mhm.
to say about
Yeah.
that, and, like, Layla being on GLP-1s, like, what the fuck? Again, irresponsible.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like everything is so irresponsible and they are ruining lives. And it's like I'm starting to be like, should I even watch reality TV anymore? Where's the line? I can't find it. And I don't think anyone can.
That is the rough part. And I think there are shows that don't capitalize on the train wreck as much because, like, Summer House is not a train wreck.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, like,
agree.
yeah, like, Kyle and Amanda are Kyle and Amanda, but, like,
They're happy.
they're happy.
Yeah.
The Valley I have always found questionable,
Mhm.
just because it was centered around, like, people who got fired for a reason. I think Southern
Should have
Hospital.
been fired or should not have even been picked up for another.
Right, exactly,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. And so it's and I have been born and raised on reality TV. I watched The Real World way
Mhm.
too young to even know what was actually going on. Like,
Yeah.
it is in my veins, but there comes a time where, like, because I think there's something, and I think we talked about this maybe 2 episodes ago with my rant about Jesse Solomon and how it was too soon for him to quit his job to become a singer.
Yeah.
And because the illusion of fame fucks with your head. And I
Mhm.
think that, like, the perfect case for this is Sheena Shea, and, like, how she will do anything for a buck to stay relevant. And frankly, now that I think about it, Sheena Shea is just Taylor Frankie Paul with a better mother.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You are not wrong. Maybe just, like, a little less of an anger problem. Like, it's
Yeah, l
there,
it's there,
but
but
it's
it's
a
not
little
as
less.
because she was raised better,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
which, like, I
yeah.
do have a level of sympathy, like, having seen where Taylor's mother came from, and,
Mhm.
like, Taylor being the way that she is makes sense. That does not
Right.
excuse it, but
Correct.
it makes sense. Uh
Everything about Taylor makes sense.
yeah.
Everything. I mean, her situation, everything with Dakota, like, it all makes sense, and this is, like, textbook, like, go seek help and you will be okay. Like,
Mhm.
go seek help.
Yeah.
So, I'm sad. I'm sad for her. I'm sad for the kids. I mean, that daughter witnessing that, I mean, it couldn't have been the first and probably not the last time she's seen that or been in that situation,
Yeah, because
and,
I think least ever, her son Dakota was there when she tried to choke him out.
the last time.
The last time.
Yeah.
I think I saw today that both Dakota and Tate, her ex-husband, filed for full custody and protective orders
Mm.
against her.
Here's the thing, like, we never saw or heard issues with her and Tate.
And that's the thing, it's like,
He always spoke highly of her in the media.
I haven't heard him speak at all. 'Cause I
Yeah,
even,
I've
like,
read a few
I kinda
things.
went looking today, so it's like, has he just been like, "This is my mother's kid, so I'm not gonna say anything," or because I guess, like, what I'm curious about is Dakota the trigger for this behavior, or is there, like, a pattern of this prior to him?
It probably is both, but I
Mhm.
think it's mostly him being as a trigger, because he pushes her. Like, as we see it clear as day this season,
Yeah,
and we've seen it in the past, but clear, I mean, the fact that he was going to the parents' house and the parent knowing that the parents liked him more than their own fucking daughter and
right.
him kinda sticking that in her, like, he knows what he's doing, and I would go fucking crazy too. I would yell and scream. I probably wouldn't throw a chair, but, like, I get it. I get it. So I think it's a mix of both. I think it's her and him specifically, how he moves.
Yeah.
Um, but I did not know that they both went for full custody.
Yeah, I saw it at TMZ. There was, like, a CCTV, like, video screenshot of both of them at the, like, courthouse in, like,
They went
Provo or
together.
whatever. Or they were both there at the same time? I don't
That just feels, who got the CCTV? Dakota.
right?
I mean, like, it's I just
It's
ugh,
it's
and
just
no one's
sad.
Yeah.
And all I know is that Tom Sandoval is out there breathing a sigh of relief right now because he is no longer the most hated reality TV star, and this is the new Scandoval. It's no longer, "Where were you when you found out that Tom's cheated on Ariana?" It's gonna be
Adriana?
like,
Oh, Ariana.
"Where were you when you found out that The Bachelorette got canceled?"
I had gotten in my car from, acupuncture, a nice little snooze I got in, to see Courtney's text and me asking if it was true because I had just checked
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I walked in,
Oh,
and
and
it
that's
didn't
why I
happen
texted you
yet.
because, like, I was hoping you wouldn't look since you don't have your notifications on. I was hoping you wouldn't look until you, like, got home and were, like, settled. I hope I didn't
No,
fuck your
I
zen.
no, 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 it's fine. Um, yeah, I was looking forward to it, I was rooting for her, and now I just can't anymore. And here's the other thing, one more thing about this, because I feel like we've beat this, to a pulp, but the latest allegations, there was no arrest, correct?
No, there wasn't.
Like, it was all allegations. It's all Dakota came out and said something. There wasn't even I haven't seen a police report.
Yeah, there was allegations, there was, CPS or Department of Children and Families, DCFA, got called and they were both ordered for psych evaluations and that, like,
Mhm.
custody arrangements were, like, gonna be looked at, but there wasn't because, like, they were both saying, "Well, he was abusing me, she was abusing me,"
Right.
and so there hasn't been much file because when it's, like, a DCFS case, that shit stays
Yeah.
a little bit more locked up than,
Mhm.
most court filings do, but I'm sure Dakota will leak that paperwork too. And which is
Yeah.
interesting to me is, like, did he have this planned the entire time to, like, fuck her over? Because, like, the timing, like, he
I
could've
wouldn't put it
he
past him.
he could've released it before Secret Lives of Mormon Wives perform, but that would've fucked with his money.
Correct. And
And
this last incident was the end of February, right?
yeah, it was, like, only a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I would put money down, not on March Madness, on Dakota doing this in such a timely manner to fuck up The Bachelorette.
Yeah. And it's truly, and I know that this is probably, like, my most overused phraseology, but this is truly diabolical.
Diabolical.
Because
Yeah.
the way that it was, like, a slow drip of information throughout the week leading up to the video drop today, insane. It was like, let the show drop over the weekend, let people watch it, and everyone kinda come to the same conclusion that Taylor's, like, not okay, and then I'm gonna fuck her. It's sick.
It's disgusting. It's more abusive than her throwing a chair, in
Right.
my opinion. He's ruining her life. It's they're both abusive, and I
Yeah.
don't think that is being I don't it just doesn't feel
They
like it's
need
being
to
talked
be
about.
removed from each other. They both need to seek out some level of treatment, and they need to have some sort of intermediary to move the kid between the two of them, but they should never have contact with each other ever again.
Yeah, yeah. It's so sad. I mean, yeah, it's just so sad to me.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Um, yeah. I think I've seen similar things play out, and it's the kids that suffer through all of this, and it's a shame that
Yeah.
egos, like, can't Dakota's ego couldn't just, like, I don't know. Anyway, well